Everyone. I'm back. This month we're talking about achieving equity in a gym environment for men and women. Okay. And I know there's a lot of work to do. I have just based this month's topic on men and women, but I do understand that there's fluidity between the genders as well. But just to keep it simple and to make sure our changes are simple and just to keep working towards better, here are 3 changes today that you can start with as soon as you go back to work that will make a huge difference. And before I get into it, I just want to make a little explanation. And that is, I'm not attacking anyone personally. I'm not saying all men are bad and they're all mansplaining and it's terrible. I'm not even actually speaking from personal observations or personal experiences, although I am familiar with some of these. I am making these recommendations based on actual research from some of our most respected universities, including Harvard and Griffith University. References will follow once I publish this series of talks in my blog, which I do at the end of the month. And if you'd like me to send you, that was a surprise. If you'd like me to send you those references sooner, I can. Just direct message me. I don't have them all. I write, a chapter a week, but if it helps you feel more comfortable on these topics, then by all means, let me help. All right. So, changes number 1, 2, and 3 this week are stop mansplaining, interrupting, and over talking. Over talking, not necessarily talking over, just taking up more than your fair share of verbal space. Okay? Now, women generally achieve more and perform better when they understand why they're doing an exercise. So if we communicate the purpose of each activity, our female clients will perform better. But you have to be able to do this without mansplaining, which is, a slang term for explaining the obvious, okay? You have to come from a place from today where you assume women are smart, okay? Women are smart. They're possibly even smarter than you are. Women outperform men in high school certificates, high school exams, university degrees, over and over and over. Women demonstrate that they are not only equal to men academically, but sometimes even better. What women don't have in abundance is confidence. And oh my God, and you cannot, I'm just going to hold this. You cannot confuse a lack of confidence with a lack of competence. That's really important. They're not the same thing, right? Our job as personal trainers is to boost their confidence, to lift them up, to boost their self-worth, to show them what they're capable of. Like, women are capable of amazing things. Let's show them. Our job is not to reinforce old ideas that women are weaker, less capable or incapable, and generally in need of hand-holding and assisting, okay? Enough of that. No more of that. So, men also interrupt women at 3 times the rate that women interrupt men. And these are tiny microaggressions where the meaning that's not even consciously inferred, 99% of us wouldn't even notice these things are happening. But every time we're interrupted, the message is what we have to say is not important. Okay? So, these little things like interrupting and talking over us are contributing to our feelings of low confidence, low self-worth, okay? And again, that's not our job. Being aware that men do this more than women is just a tiny step in your journey to creating a really special environment in your workplace. It doesn't have to be perfect ever, but it can be better today. All right. So if you're a male trainer, this means asking open-ended questions and then waiting until the client or female colleague or whoever you're talking to, even if they're men, finishes what they're saying before you respond. Okay, it sounds obvious, and I do understand there's a spectrum. Maybe you are one of these men that only take up, equal airspace to the women in your life. Maybe you only speak 30% more. Maybe you only interrupt them twice as often. Okay, it doesn't actually matter. What actually matters is in this moment, on this day, the person you're speaking to, male or female, feels heard, valued, and like you're actually making an effort to listen to what they're trying to say. Okay, this will do wonders for their worth and well-being, and it's a very simple and easy change to make in your behavior, and women need this boost to their confidence generally more than men do. Okay, that's why we're talking equity, not equality. Okay, so our first three changes are about equalizing verbal participation, stop explaining the obvious, okay, stop interrupting, and talking over her, and see if you can create an environment where she can speak with freedom, have her thoughts aired, heard, and respected. And if you do this successfully, then your gym, studio, business will be rare and precious to your female clients, and they may not always be able to articulate why, and that's okay. You know what you're doing, right? You know what you're working towards, and good luck to you. I'll see you all next week.